Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Finally, I'm going to get the chicken coop finished today, hopefully. So I did part one where I explained what my ideas around this new chicken coop are going to be, and then I did part two of building the actual coop, and part three of getting it up to where it is now. But the roof, it's had a rain, and I need to get this roof on so I can waterproof the inside and protect it from the elements. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the roof on and get it waterproof and get it into place and make sure that it's nice and looking ready for the chickens to move in. Hopefully I'll get the wiring done and I'll get the doors up as well so we can actually move the chickens in today. So let's hope. First things first, I'm going to get these, I've cleaned off all these pieces of plastic the best I can, and I'm just going to cut them into the right length and make sure they all look the same size, and then I can start fitting them together, because some are slightly longer than the others. I mean, that's my shortest piece, so I'm going to cut it to the length of my shortest piece, I think. There's some silicone left over on this, so I'm just going to remove some of the loose silicone. And I tried getting some of the glue off, but I was ending up cracking the material, so I've not bothered taking any more glue off. So I'm just removing anything that I can with my hands. That's all I'm bothered about. I'm not too bothered about it looking perfect. It's going to be on the roof. We're not going to see it, and it's not going to cause a problem up there either. So that's my shortest piece. I'm going to give it a nice even edge so it doesn't keep breaking and coming apart from there. And the best thing for this is just a handsaw. Don't try and cut this with electric saws or anything, because it'll shatter it. So there's a couple that are a little bit damaged, so I just want to cut it short enough so that damaged piece comes off. But I mean, this stuff will last in the environment for a very long time to come. So at least if we put it to some use here, it's not going to be a single-use plastic. There's that broken bit there that I want to get rid of. Don't worry about these being exactly perfect. They don't have to be perfect. See, this damage here is just right exactly in the wrong place. It's really in a bad position for me, because if it was just a little bit further to the end, then I could have cut it off, but it's really in the wrong place. But I'm going to find a way of patching it up so we don't see it. It's going to go on the end. So let's start putting our pieces up, and then we're going to get the ladders out, get up there and fasten it together. So I'm leaving a couple of inches to overlap on each piece, and I've got a couple of inch overhang on that side. I'll fit a gutter here when I get the brackets for the gutters. And it's going to overlap by an inch on each piece. I'll stick some silicone just underneath so it stops the water, and it will just, all the water should hopefully just flow down. don't quite have enough of the big pieces to do the top, so I'm going to have to rely on these smaller pieces and put a join in the middle. That's going to join over the top like that, but it's not bad, it doesn't look too bad. If I put 4 flutes, so it's about 1.5 inches, that should give me enough of an overlap so the water doesn't flow backwards, it all just flows over the top. So where we've got these broken bits, I'm just going to take these smaller pieces and attach them to the end, so it gives it a bit of reinforcement and a bit of protection. So no water gets in through those gaps. I've got this edging strip that, again, it's from the bathroom. I'm going to just stick that over the end. Once that goes on, it gives it a really nice finish. I've just tacked the first piece in place, so I've got my line in for everything else. And I'm going to just I'm going to just put a bead of silicone in. I'm going to make it a nice thick bead as well. There we go. Is that 4 lines in? Just count the 4 lines. Okay. So there we go. So I'm using the flutes on the plastic to give me my guide. Just firm that in. Make sure it forms a nice seal. And I just keep doing that all the way up. That's that tube finished. Down. Good. Where I've put the silicone in, I'm just going to stick a nail in, just to tack it down for now. But that's not going to be my only form of support, because once the wind blows, these nails quickly pull out, and these are the galvanized steel nails that are designed for felting, but they do very easily pull out. This is just for holding it in place for now. So my wife's standing on top of a tree stump at the minute, trying to get the right angle shot to give you guys a view of what I'm doing. See, I have to get this roof done tonight, otherwise this silicone's going to dry up and it's going to cause me more problems in the future. As soon as I'm fastening this wood down, it's holding the pieces in place, and it's fastening everything down nicely. See, this wood's not already pre-stained, which would have been a good idea to do, but like me, everything's always last minute. So I'm having to stain it as I'm going. But if I just use tacks to nail it in, what will end up happening is I'll crack the wood, I'll crack the plastic, and when you get a severe wind, it'll just pull it straight off it'll just pull straight off the plastic will pull straight through the nails, and you just end up with holes in the plastic, and the plastic will end up all over the place, and it won't be salvageable after that. I've got gloves on, I can work with wet wood. It's not the end of the world. But we've made some good progress on this. I mean, it's because like I thought I'd have a good day on it today again, but I had a visitor come round and that took half my day up. So that's what's, every time I think I'm gonna have a clear run, I'm not just getting a clear run on it. So I'm using parts of days, which always slows things down when you're working, when you stop starting. On there, and then one on the end. We're moving, it's getting there, it's not far off now. I feel like Delboy at the moment telling Rodney this time next year we'll be millionaires. This time tomorrow I'll be finished. But at the moment it's just because I'm not getting a clear run. Do you know, a full day's work on it. If I could just get that, then at least it'd be done. So that's a nice finish on that now. I'll snip that end bit off with a saw and we'll be good to go. So tomorrow I'll get the silicone, fasten that, seal those last few holes up, and I'll finally get the doors on and we can get the chickens moved over tomorrow. So it'll be the big move tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to ending this.